Command Center Postgame Live is brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
I am thrilled to be here in Santana. You've done so much for this organization, both on and off the field. I'm trying to get the tears out of you, brother. And you know what? This honor is much needed and is much deserved. So Santana, right now, we want to invite you as the 52nd member of the Washington Ring of Fame. Your name will be always amongst the greatest, immortalized, brother, right here.
Welcome into Command Center Postgame Live presented by Nissan. You are seeing that 8-9 in the arena. We honored Santana Moss, the newest Ring of Fame honoree. My brother, Mr. 8 to the 9, right here with me. Super Bowl champion, the future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell here with me. I'm your host, Brian Colbert Jr. And fellas, we got the W, 21-6 over the New York Giants. That's how you start the season. That's how you do your home opener, fellas.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, right there.
No, I was saying just, you know, what I expected. Our defense flying around. We've been talking about this defense the whole entire offseason leading up into training camp.
Yes.
And those guys displayed just what we've been seeing. This is what we've been talking about. They was ferocious. They flew around. I don't know if Russ going to be there too long, but today he wanted no part of those guys.
Well, I saw an offense that had been questioned, and people say sophomore slump was coming. I saw a defense play like they had their hands on fire.
Yes.
I saw an offense run the football, and I talked about a running game early in the pregame, over 200 yards rushing today.
Yeah.
You had over 200 yards passing today. You did not give up a 200-yard passing day with Russell Wilson. He was under 50% completion, and they didn't get 100 yards rushing. I can tell you this. When you have somebody that can change the belief and the trajectory of someone's, of the way they think and feel, you can win. Dan Quinn has come in here and got guys believing. And I was talking to you earlier. I said, everyone talks about this team being older. I say it all the time. You got to have a little bit of old and a little bit of new.
Yeah.
And we saw
Get married today. Debo
Yeah.
and Eckler this evening. You got a young man in Jaden Daniel leading this thing. Washington is back, baby.
Yeah.
And I know it's week one, but hell, I watch him practice all off season. I watched him play last year. I talked to him. I listened to him. You all do the same thing. This is not the same old you had prior to last year.
No doubt.
This is something people got to be concerned about.
Like B-Miss said, Washington is back like we never left, baby. 231 total yards for the New York Giants. Just 231 total yards.
Yeah,
Our
more than that
defense
passing and
showed
rushing.
up and showed out. The football's falling. But you know what? Before we go any further with this game, we saw how we started the show. Halftime was all about Mr. 8 to the 9.
Oh, yeah.
Santana Moss, my brother. It's
That's why
almost
they
over.
perform like
all
that.
the attention's almost done. But we got to give you a little more love because like B-Miss said, our guys showed up and showed out for you. And you know what? Tanner, you are our toast of the town. This is your toast of the town. Presented by what, B-Miss?
La Chemin de Rock.
Champagne and Branson Cognac, the official champagne and cognac of the Washington Commanders. Damn, it feel good to be back, baby.
It does,
And
brother.
shout out to my guy, Mr. 8 to the 9, entering the Ring of Fame. Again, I said this earlier. It's not just about the football player. It's about the man, the father, the husband, the legend. Mr. Santana Moss, Mr. 8 to the 9. My brother, you got choked up a little bit out there, man. How special was that moment for you?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna come. I'm surprised I didn't see myself really go out there and boo-hoo, but it felt good. I was waiting on you to hear me get off the mic though.
Always waiting on VC, man.
I said, damn, BC, is you getting up there? He wouldn't stop. I was like, I'm trying to hurry up.
I'm trying to make sure I do it right by my boy, man, because you only get those moments every now
I
and then.
appreciate both of you guys.
Got you,
Oh, yeah, man.
I enjoyed every bit of it. Though.
Listen, bro, it was a thrill. And, like, we talk so much. You talk about your mom and your dad. And for me to meet them today was a special moment for me.
Yeah,
Man, I choked you. I dap your dad up, was hugging him. Hell, I got choked up.
Boy, it's tight.
Because, you know, when you see somebody get what they deserve.
Yeah.
We have Jaden Daniels at the podium. Don't mean to cut you off, Beamish, but let's hear from our QB1. We'll be back with more on Tanner.
Jaden, what's up? Obviously, happy to get the win. How do you feel like the offense performed throughout We were sloppy, but it's always better to come out with a win than a loss, so we'll learn from that.
Two new teammates, Debo and Bill. What'd you think of their performance?
They showed up. They made plays when plays need to be made, and I'm super pumped for them to have them on our team.
Jaden, what do you think of your defense's effort today?
You guys seen it. They, made stops when they needed, when we're stalling out and being sloppy on the offensive side of the ball, so kudos to them.
When you talk about the sloppiness in offense, how much of that do you think is just you guys haven't been together a ton, that first group, versus what they were doing on defense?
It's always first game jitters or whatever. You're not going to be at your peak form in week one, and you don't want to, but it's little stuff that we got to clean up and be more attentive on, and we'll hit that in film and get ready for Green Bay on a short week.
What'd you think of Bill?
He ran hard.
Can you see defenses reacting to Debo? Maybe you have to use him as a runner. Maybe he's multi-threat guy. Can you see defenses lining up and reacting to that?
I would think they have to. There's a guy with many talents on that football field.
Jaden, how much more of a comfort level is it for you to know that you guys don't have to be at your absolute best, and you can still control the clock, you can still make big plays, and you can still put the game away at the end?
It's a complimentary sport, and it's good to know that the defense was flying around today and they made plays, but we don't want to rely on defense getting stops, even though we play well off each other, but we want to go out there and execute at a high level.
Obviously, you and Terry just kind of getting back together the last couple weeks. How did you kind of feel about the timing with you guys?
The timing was there. They were doubling Terry a lot, rightfully so. He's earned that right in this league. So other guys stepped up and made plays, but when the plays were there for Terry to show up, and like that third down on the little curl route, he made a play and we kept the chains moving.
When you say you felt the offense was sloppy, what do you think are the biggest things that you want to clean up this week?
I got to go back and watch the film, but I know we didn't play at our best at how we could play.
Jaden, can you take me through what you saw on the Debo touchdown run? It looked like Laramie was out there, John Bates was out there, Bill was out there. What did you see from your perspective?
I didn't see a lot. I just seen Debo score a touchdown, so I didn't really decipher. Obviously everybody did their job and let Debo run through a couple tackles to score.
The flag on the back of your helmet today,
Yeah.
the Japanese flag, what was that about?
My great-grandmother is Japanese, so showing love to her. Good catch.
Thank you. Jaden, you guys really put an emphasis on setting the tone and wanting to make a statement with this opener. Do you think you guys accomplished that?
It's always good to get a win versus division rival. So I would think we still got room to grow, but it's always good to start 1-0, and especially in the division too. Miscommunication, and starts with me, so got to be better.
Jane, what's it say about this team when you're able to start 1-0 in the division and still don't seem that thrilled with the result?
We're not going to really be content with everything. We won a game, but we're on a short week now. We can't live off that high that we just did. We kind of got 24 hours to get over it, or really less than that, because we're on the Green Bay. Yeah, I think you have to. I learned that from Bobby last year in a short week. So obviously, it's around 4 o'clock. So kind of got to start that back up now because we don't have a full week to get our bodies back right.
All right,
Appreciate y'all.
That was your quarterback, Jaden Daniels. We'll be getting a lot of pressure today, so bear with us. But since your Commanders scored 3 touchdowns today, make sure you visit your local Paisanos tomorrow, where you'll receive 3 free toppings all day long, Santana. And the guy that delivered for us today is no other than Jaden Daniels. 233 passing yards, a touchdown, and also rushed for 68 yards. Fellas, Jaden Daniels got it done, but I know you guys have some players that deliver. B. Mitch, who you got?
Well, I'm going to go with a combination of guys. I'm going to go with Austin Eckler and also Bill, as they call him, because we talked about the running game, and I believe the running game will be what carries us this year because it's going to allow Jaden to really be who he is. So I'm going to go with the running game, start with that offensive line, but those 2 young men, well, one older guy, as people keep saying, we got the oldest guy, and the other young guy, we might average 26.2, but you know what? We know how to play football, and that's all that matters.
I'm going to go with one guy, and I told y'all in pregame, Debo. He did it on the ground, got a touchdown. He had 7 catches. He had 10 attempts. Debo looked like his old self.
Yes,
and as we get Terry back acclimated with things, get him caught up with some of the things he missed off in training camp, he's going to have to be that guy. He's going to have to be the vocal point for that wide receiver room. So I love the fact that Debo out there had a great day today.
7 catches for 77 yards for Debo Samuel. 220 total rushing yards as a team, Brian Mitchell. But again, we started talking about Jaden Daniels. Everybody wanted to see if there was going to be a sophomore slump. Everybody wanted to see if Jaden Daniels could build on that rookie season. And B. Mitch, he did just that today.
Well, he came out and he did what we've seen him do all off season. He did what we see him do last year as a rookie. You know what? There's a little bet on my radio show where Jeff and Brian has a bet. Brian is going to have to eat 15 hot dogs tomorrow. They bet whatever the margin of victory is, you have to eat that. And it would have been worse if the referees wasn't calling all that garbage they were calling. So ultimately, listen, this team came out. They are still hungry. They're not satisfied with what happened last year, so that's great.
15 glizzies in one sitting?
Whoa.
You going to have to eat 15 glizzies.
That's crazy. That is a crazy bet to sign up for that one. Now, we got to go to break, but when we come back, we'll be talking more. We'll be hearing from head coach Dan Quinn and a few more players. This is Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. We'll be back right after this break.
You're watching Command Center Postgame live from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit, punished under immense pressure, and exposed to excessive wear. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
First regular season NFL game, you scored your first touchdown. What was this whole day like for you?
This whole day was amazing. Just being able to be on the field with my teammates. I waited a long time for this, and I just want to give these guys thanks for just pushing me and believing in me.
Scoring your first NFL touchdown, looks like you forgot the ball again. But what was that moment like?
Yeah, I forgot the ball again. I told myself, like, when I score, I'm going to make sure I keep my football. And I think the excitement just take over, and I just end up dropping it. But Terry ended up finding the ball and just giving it to me.
Leading the game in rushing, your first, NFL game, did you think you were going to get this many carries, you'd be this involved? Or, what were your expectations going in?
It was whatever the coaches wanted me to do, and I was going to do that 100%. And I just appreciate my teammates for just being with me the whole time.
Did that almost make your life a little easier too? Did it almost make your life easier just not even thinking about that, just playing?
Yeah. I just go out there and just do me. It's football at the end of the day, and I just go out there and have fun.
Bill, can you take us through the celly? Because it looked like kind of similar to what you did during the preseason.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the celly situation because, in college I really didn't celebrate, but, my friends, they was like, man, you need to do something in the end zone. So I'm thinking that's going to be my signature move. I don't know yet. I might have to switch it up, but right now I'm still searching right now.
Is that move called something?
Nah, it's not. It's just something I like doing.
Okay, awesome. When it comes to what this offense is capable of, there's so many weapons, including yourself. Does that give you a little bit more of a sense of comfort knowing that this doesn't always obviously have to be put on your shoulder? There's so many guys that can get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that just make things 1,000 times better, just having a lot of playmakers around you, because it just keep people guessing. And me being around these guys, it made me just want to just step up to the level that these guys are at.
So much for not playing, right?
Nah, it is.
Exactly. So the physicality of today, did you experience anything differently? Obviously, you're banging every day in practice, but to go up against a team like the Giants and that front that they have, did you see anything different?
I would say, not really, because we have a physical D lineman. I got to see those guys every day. We just can't go to the ground. But the defense we faced, they were definitely physical, and And I was kind of used to it. Our defense got me ready for it, like every day during the week at practice.
So first game, the weather got a little warm out there. Did you start to feel like you needed that extra breath, or you were good to go?
No, I feel like it was great football weather. I was just excited to be out there. Yep.
So the PA announcer would say Jacory, and then everybody in the crowd would shout Bill.
Mhm.
Do you have a preference, and what was it like to hear the crowd support you like that?
I would say whatever you're comfortable with. I really don't care. I mean, I like both names, so you can call me Jacory or Bill, but it was definitely excited to hear the crowd just like rooting for me. This fan base is unbelievable, and like every time I step on the field, I'm gonna give it all to my team and the fan base. So like I feel like we all like just play a part in like to success. I appreciate y'all.
It's time for your fast play of the game, brought to you by Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly. And this fast play is no other than our guy, Jacory Bill Krosky Merritt, getting his 6-yard rush, which was also his first NFL touchdown. This touchdown class capped an 8-play, 58-yard drive. Jacory Krosky Merritt, our strong 7th-round pick, fellas. B-Mitch, you love seeing this boy Bill out
Listen, man, this kid has great vision. Look at this.
Yeah.
He was inside, jumped to the outside. You know, when you got that jump hop, and you get to the outside like that, it shows his vision. He has great balance. But as I just texted Lombardo, who practices full speed for a whole year knowing they're not going to play football? His passion for the game is something we need, and we saw today. 10 carries, 82 yards, and a tutty. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love
Especially
it.
to be a rookie.
Somebody the fans can truly get behind again. This is a 7th-round pick who missed all of last year due to ineligibility issues with the NCAA. But like B-Mitch said, he didn't go nowhere. He didn't leave the school. He stayed and practiced with those guys. Major shout out to Jacory Krosky Merritt. Fellas, the first of many touchdowns for the young rookie. He was second in rush. He led us as far as running backs go with 10 carries. The only person that had more carries than Jacory Krosky Merritt, that was Jaden Daniels. 82 yards, 10 carries, and a touchdown for Jacory Krosky Merritt. Now, we got Andre Johnson here on the set. Our director's taking a really long time getting you ready, brother. I can only vamp so much. I have never seen somebody move slower with the microphone when you're live on air. I just had to come and take you. We are welcoming in NFL legend, one of the best Texans to ever do it, Andre Johnson, and a U brother of Santana Moss. Man, we don't want to talk about this game. We want to talk about Mr. 8 to the 9, how special it was to be here to celebrate this brother.
Man, I could tell so many stories because he was my roommate, you know, and he was – I always looked at him as a bigger brother. And it was just so many things that we experienced over time, like just building our relationship through the game of football. And I would tell him just being here, seeing his name go up in the Raptors, that is the best thing in the world because you left something as a legacy.
Yeah.
Not only for your kids, but your kids' kids. It's always going to be there.
No doubt.
And nobody can ever tear that away from you.
Andre, I hate to do this because I interrupt them all the time. We have head coach joining the podium. Will you stick with us so we can rap more?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear from our head coach, Dan Quinn.
See you guys. Starting off with, thinking with the team after the game, I thought first things first, man, tough division win. And that's what division games are. All week you'd heard me talk about play style and identity. And if we get that part right, the other things can come. And that's what I was looking for first. There's plenty to clean up. I thought, prior to the next game, that part, but I wanted to make sure identity, toughness, physicality, like that is how we get down and how we play. We knew this would be a line of scrimmage game on both sides. Their defensive line, our offensive line, was going to be a battle. I liked how we took care of the ball. We did not create any, and so that's a big deal for us. I thought they did a good job of taking care of it. It didn't seem like it was in harm's way, but I thought the inside guys battled and the outside guys were going to get tested. And so that was defensively what I thought would happen. Offensively, I thought we hurt ourselves with some penalties that created some tough, to-go, third downs to go. So we didn't get quite as many ops as I would have liked. But
at the end, to finish with the ball at the game, that's the toughness, that's the winning time moments that we talk about. So that part I'm pleased with, but lots to clean up. But I'm pleased with the win.
Defense doesn't give up a touchdown the entire game. What did you think of their effort today?
Yeah, I really thought that was a strong performance. And you heard me talk about identity, the tackling. We didn't create the takeaways today, but man, seeing some plays down inside the 10-yard line, the red zone, the guys have worked hard at that. And for our new players that are added to our group, I thought that was a good, mix of what they can be, and J.K. and Will and Vaughn and some of the others that I spoke to post-game, just knowing they're a big part of what we're doing and how we're going to improve. So I was pleased to see, especially down in the low red zone. I thought that was the real game-changer part of this game. 2 stops down there, that was a big deal.
Coach.
Dan, how encouraging is it that you didn't need Jaden to be Superman today, you didn't need Terry to get 9 catches, and that a lot of guys who weren't here last year were the guys that really kind of put the game away?
Yeah, that was a big deal, and I love the run at the end and with Bill at the end. But you're right, Dave, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take all of us. So for guys to step in, I was pleased to see Debo, get to kind of express that play of being aggressive. If you'd ask us, I would say we had too many, the 50-50 balls and drops and penalties that were not, what were normal there. But to know that we can lean on one another, and I know you've heard me say this before, but I do like our team, and that's how you have to win games some way, in different phases to go through it. And so to be able to lean in on the defense today, I thought that was a good sign.
Your offensive line and how they kind of battled throughout the day against a really good front.
Yes, and that's kind of what we talked about going into the game. That's the the real strength of their team, and I really think their defensive line is going to be an impactful one. So there's times there's good pro, times I thought maybe we could have thrown it away, and take the incomplete, and that's still Jaden too, to say, okay, this one's over, go to the next play. That's part of the competitor too. We're on the 4th downs or something, you keep it going. Maybe on 2nd down, let's play for 3rd down. And so he'll learn from that. That's one thing I've learned from him over the year, okay, watch out. When there's something to fix, he goes after it pretty good.
Cliff said the other day that he was really impressed with Debo as a receiver. All the other elements to his game. Do you get a sense from him that he's like, oh my God, I've got this cool new toy. Let's see how we can use him.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to coach too. He plays aggressive and downhill. So we missed some, so we'll be wanting to look at those. But also the touchdown run of that was to me quintessential him. We've seen that movie, we know what that looks like, and how to feature it into this offense. And so I think that was part of the reasoning, with Adam and the trade, and why it was such a good fit, because when you see what somebody can do and you know how to put that into the offense, that's like the blend of scouting and coaching, to say, I know what a player can do and how we would do it. And so I hadn't known him, but man, it was cool to get to know him and coach him now and find out what he can do.
Back there, and then also Jaden as a threat. How do you see the Giants, and maybe you have to watch film and all that, but did you see the Giants maybe hesitate, get a little bit confused at times because of the options in the run game with Eckler, Jaden?
Yeah, Eckler made another play that was just, a 3rd down conversion. That's he makes some of these plays that is an absolute X factor, but we still have a lot of execution that we can clean up, John, and that's part of run game, passing game, but we're at our best when both are hitting. And so I thought the run game made the marks. We just didn't hit all the markers in the passing game today. We need togetherness. We need all that. We won't get it this week. I told the team when we broke, I said, all right, enjoy it and sleep fast. Tomorrow's Wednesday, as we're going to get rocking again. But we've got plenty to clean up on. But I do love, John, the way that the team finished the game. Having the ball, kneeling it, that was a big moment to say, okay, that's the physicality I'm looking for.
And then what'd you think of Duran and Javon in the middle there?
Yeah, I liked the intentionality of the work that I've seen from them, John. I know Duran, was here and we got to coach him last year, but there was another space that he went to in practice and performance, and I'd just spoken to him. It was better, John. It was different. It was higher. It was more elevated, and he was just so locked in. And J.K. coming here with things to prove and back into this space, I was really pleased to see what they could do.
Hey, Coach. What I the offensive line. After the game, I saw several of the offensive line giving Josh Connolly Jr. big hugs and high fives. So what do you have to say about what you saw from him today?
Yeah, we knew this is going to be a tough matchup, just with the style of Burns and Carter are going to be there, Thibodeau, and like good matchups, good tough things. But one thing that I've learned about Connolly, like he really does like a challenge. And in the early part of training camp, Kenny was good. I was seeing it, and then we went to New England, and he elevated. And when you are a young player and you get your first start, there's things you like, things you don't. Same with Amos to say, okay, you got a PI. I thought it was a good aggressive play. How do we learn from it? And so the fact that it'll be a division game, now he'll have something to pull back on for when we play them, weeks from now. So all of those things matter. Like the younger you are, man, like you want to like eat experience. I need him. I need every bit of it. And so you grow, you make mistakes, you fail some, you do well, and then he's the type of player that does learn from it. And so that's kind of what happens as you grow, and they seem to grow faster, when you have the mindset like, I'm not going to do that again. I liked how this went, and Josh certainly has that.
When you talk about play style and identity, Nick Ballore had a big play on special teams. So
Yes.
Can you share about what he brings to the special teams unit?
Yeah, it's more than just the speed. It's the physicality, the tackling, the matchups, because Nick, like, he can absolutely fly. That's like, as a special teams, featured player, that's the superpower and the speed. But the physicality, I thought it was a good hit, man. The ball almost looked like it was going to come out. It didn't, but he is really, somebody that we lean on in that way. We felt like, we got a lot of cleanup on that area too. The protection wasn't like we quite like. The kickoff coverage part was good. I thought it was strong and tough like we like, but we got plenty of work to do. That's usually where you see it, and you build it, and then you build it. In the first month, it's ups and downs, and you're trying to clean things up to have this many penalties. I was pissed, but back to Ballore, I just think he's somebody that's so consistent and helps develop others. It's a big part of who we are and identity and attitude.
Coach, you talk about the things that you need to clean up.
Yep.
Does the option no longer exist in this game to clean those things up with starters in preseason football?
Meaning like getting more turns and reps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still exists. I think that's fair, to get more turns, and how do you balance back and forth. I thought the penalties went down and then they climbed back up again today. But, yeah, it's definitely, a factor into it.
Coach, you mentioned
sometimes just the health and the injuries factor in it too during training camp. But, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You mentioned Amos earlier, but the young secondary out there today, they competed, saw some feistiness, combativeness. Speak on their play today and how you like them.
Yeah, this is a strong receiving core. We thought, coming in, I thought the strength of New York was, receivers, D-line, and those would be kind of the areas that they would push us and test us. I thought Russ is somebody that can just throw a fantastic deep ball, and they did test us. So to see us battle for it downfield, I thought that was a big step in the right direction for us, knowing that's how you got to play. That's what life outside is. And to see them deliver, that was a big piece for us.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
That was your head coach, Dan Quinn. Our final score here at home, 21-6. And you see Tanner still signing things. Andre Johnson stuck with us. Now, Andre, I had to cut you off because we had head coach Dan Quinn. However, you were talking about this moment and being able to come all this way to share this with Santana Moss, man. It's good to have you here, brother.
Man, this is amazing. And like I told him, man, like this is something we never, ever predicted in our lives. Like, we just wanted to make it to the NFL and provide for our family. And now, with your number hanging up in that stadium, it's going to be there forever. Mm-hmm. So they could burn it down, and guess what? They're going to put that number right back up. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. So that's just me, and that's just how I feel. And I told my brother when I heard about him being inducted into the Ring Hall of Fame here, I was like, bro, if we have an away game, I would come here and celebrate you. So I'm here to celebrate him.
That's good stuff, baby.
Man, we appreciate you taking the time. We appreciate you taking the time to jump on this show. That was impromptu. You had no idea you was coming.
Yeah, I did.
Andre Johnson, you did an excellent job.
Good time, man.
He was. Then we made him put him to work, right?
Yeah, I'm working now. I'm like, man.
The Miami boys ain't scared of no work. Now, we got to go to break. But when we come back, we'll be hearing from Logan Paulson, who's caught up with a few players post-game. This is Command Center Post-Game Live, presented by Nissan. Again, shout out to our guy, Andre Johnson. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit, punished under immense pressure, and exposed to excessive wear. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
Hey, Debo, I know you've run that jet sweep a million times, but I just wonder what it looked like today on this team with the blockers you had in front of you and finishing it the way you did.
First of all, it started up front. It started with, the offensive line, and then Luke just getting a great pin block and just following the guys all the way to the end zone, and I just did what I had to do.
Debo, when you thought about coming here and about playing with Jaden, is this kind of what you thought it might look like, and the connection you could have with a guy like that?
I didn't know what it was gonna look like, to be honest, just getting here. But as the flow kept going throughout OTAs and camp, how well we was connected, we just started to build chemistry, and we just showed it today.
Is there a good number of carries for you in a game? Like, do you like to run the ball a certain amount of times?
I like to touch the ball for sure.
Touches all for you?
The
Or
right
a good number for
the
you?
right number is the right number.
Yeah. Last year, this team needed a lot of Jaden and a lot of Terry late to kind of win games, and I just wonder what you think you and Bill and some of the other guys here now can maybe do to ease that burden off of them this year.
Our goal is to come out there and just be the best self that we can and win games for sure. Jaden and Terry and the rest of the guys had a outstanding season last year. Hopefully, we just take it game by game and just see how the season goes.
Pretty decisive win over division rival, 1-0. Jaden came in here and said things were sloppy. Though wasn't super happy about it. Like, do you feel like you guys left some things out there?
Oh, for sure. I had 2 drops. We had a couple penalties kind of set us back. You never want to be in second and long, third and long, so little minor things like that. But we got the win, and we just move on faster and just try to correct it. We got a short week this week.
Hey, Debo. I know when we sat down prior to even the preseason beginning, we talked about that silly offseason narrative that you had lost your speed, that you had lost your edge. Do you think this performance from you today, a personal statement was made?
I just go out there and just do my job, and they have something to say. It don't affect the way I come in and come to work every day.
Defense today.
Oh yeah, the defense look amazing. Definitely start with the guys up front, and the secondary. We've been playing against them all camp, and they just show what they've been showing week in and week out in camp.
Debo, you mentioned playing on a short week. You've done it before, but how do you mentally and physically prepare for playing a division game today, then traveling on the road to play the Packers on Thursday night? How do you get ready for that?
Just the main thing is get as healthy you can for the quick week. Not too much going to be full speed, because I think DQ does a great job of taking care of the guys and giving the guys enough time to recover and get their body right. So like I just stated, we got a short week. Just take care of our body and just get ready for Thursday.
Hey, Debo, obviously you guys are working in some new pieces. How do you think that process is going for you personally and the team, just kind of getting all the new pieces? Are you guys further ahead than you thought you might be at this point?
Kind of like what Jay said. We had a little ups and downs through this game. We got out of it with a win, but like I just stated, this week we're just going to get better and just go out there and try to get the win on Thursday.
All right, thanks, Debo.
Stand by, because we're playing Monday night.
That was our wide receiver, Debo Samuel. You are hearing from a lot of players today, but that's not the end of it. We are going to hear from Austin Ekeler, who's standing by right now with our legend, Logan Paulson.
Austin, what a tremendous environment today, man. How is it coming out here, beating a division rival week 1?
It doesn't get any better, huh? Yeah, we got a sold-out stadium. Shout out to the fans coming out, and it makes it even better when we get that win and can end in the victory formation.
Absolutely, and also, man, great performance by you today. We'll talk about your role in the offense today. and I thought you had a great performance.
Yeah, you know, it's week 1, so we got some stuff just to clean up to kind of get in our rhythm, but we got enough done to win the game, so proud of the boys.
Awesome. Thanks, bro. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Shout out to Logan Paulson and Austin Eckler, and shout out to JD5 getting it done in his first game in year 2. And we talked about this offensive line a lot during game day. And Logan Paulson is standing by with one of our linemen, Nick Allegretti, right now.
Nick, man, great performance by the offensive line today, over 200 yards rushing. Can you talk us through that performance?
Yeah, didn't know that till right now. That's awesome. Love
it. Was like 230, man. It was a big day.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was good. Obviously, they got a big fella in the middle, so doing whatever you can to take care of him. And the backs did a great job all day just getting downhill.
I love how gracious you are with the backs, with the O-line, drive that thing. Talk about playing with a guy like Jaden Daniels and the magic he's able to create.
Man, it's one of those things that, like for Josh today, I'm interested to talk to him because you don't really understand what it's like blocking for Jaden until the game starts. So training camp, you get a little bit of a feel, but today was his first real feel, and you always got a shot with him back there.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I feel like that's something people don't understand. He's a unique player back there.
We had a scrimmage that we lost as an offense. I'm contesting it because Jaden keeps getting called down, which those aren't tackles, but you got to protect them. So, yeah, I'm still bitter about that one, but it was good.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations.
That was our offensive lineman, Nick Allegretti, and our legend, Logan Paulson. Now, we've had a fun show so far, but we got to go to break. When we come back, we are talking more about this big win over the New York Giants. This is Command Center Pope.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit. Punished under immense pressure. And exposed to excessive wear. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Come to West Virginia and open the door to more this fall. More color. More connection.
Life is older than
More freedom to explore.
younger than the mountains.
Less doing. More being.
Take me home.
Find your almost heaven at wvtourism.com.
The Nissan Rogue takes hit after hit. Punished under immense pressure. And exposed to excessive wear. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Come to West Virginia and open the door to more this fall. More color. More connection.
Life is older than
More freedom to explore.
younger than the mountains.
Less doing. More being.
Take me home.
Find your almost heaven at wvtourism.com.
Commanders fans, this is for you. Level up with the brand new AAA Commanders MVP membership. You'll receive all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win game tickets, access to exclusive team events and experiences, along with 15% off Commanders gear at the online pro shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Commanders MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Commanders to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
Everyone say that I am too young to do my own thing, but I know they're wrong. You see, Mama not worried and Papa never did. I'm just a little bitty girl like a whole lot of kids doing my own thing. Check me out, fella. Tell me what you think.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
best offense is a great defense. Get 100% verified tickets only from Ticketmaster. Seats available all season long, even last minute. Take it to the house every time. Ticketmaster, official marketplace of the NFL.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
At Northwest Stadium, we raise hail together, cheer together, and trust in our team together. Northwest is proud to support the Commanders. And as your hometown credit union, your goals are our #1 priority. We're your friends, neighbors, and fellow fans. And your financial success is our passion. Become a member today and let us help you build your next dynasty. Northwest Federal Credit Union, where trust matters.
Welcome back into Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. We talked a lot about our defense, fellas, but Deron Payne looking like a man amongst boys. 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 4 total tackles for the big man in the middle. And welcoming in the big man of Command Center, Logan Paulson. LP got the bucket. You got the shades. Boy, you look like you're in your element.
Like what?
In your element.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do feel like I am in my element. Thank you. Man.
Logan, man, we talked a lot about this defense, but you were right there on the sidelines doing the radio calls. What did you see from our defense, and how impressed were you?
I mean, gosh, there were so many things that they did well. I thought, specifically that defensive line, man. I think you see all the, the acquisitions, Dietrich Wise, Kinlaw, Payne, kind of, everyone talked about his fitness this offseason, looked great. Jacob Martin, I thought, did some really good stuff in terms of setting edges. So, like, everybody that they added, they kind of thought, oh, they can be this for this defense. I think they were. Then you kind of stack it back. You say the linebackers played really well. The secondary guys did well in terms of matching. No one was panicking when the ball was in the air. It was kind of everything we hoped we had seen from them during training camp. We got to see it here kind of first and foremost in the game 1 of the season, which was fantastic.
Something he said, Key, that, guys wasn't panicking when they saw the ball in the air. How many times we talked about that in years before?
Yeah.
And that's, man, it was just such a joy to watch great cornerback play. We've been talking about this, that we need more guys to be, I guess you can say, comfortable when it comes to, press man and being able to run with the guy and not, panicking when the ball in the air. And I saw that time and time again, especially from my young guy. Man, when I say Trey Amos looked so, bro, he was glued.
For real.
Yes. He was all over those guys out there. So, man, I just feel like, man, that gives us a huge, I guess, weight off our shoulders, man, from, talking about some of the stuff we talked about last year that handicapped us.
But if you look at it, it's that they did exactly what Joe Witt talks about, rushing as a team.
Yes.
It wasn't about just one guy coming off the edge all day. It was about the guys collapsing in the middle and allowing those guys to get home. The defensive backs also holding them, covering real well to allow them guys to get home. And sometimes the guys get there so quick they got to throw it before they want to.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson did not look like a veteran to me tonight.
Yeah, I think stylistically this is something you're seeing around the league, right? It's not these kind of fast, twitchy guys on the edge. You're seeing more guys like Jared Verse, guys with the power to compress the pocket. And you could see it. That's one thing on the sideline that I really appreciated was it felt like a tidal wave collapsing over Russell Wilson. And he couldn't see. So you're like, why isn't the ball getting out? He can't see anything. There is no pocket. There's no space. There's no lanes for him to throw through. And so I think you see, like, Deron, Kinlaw, the power to compress. Dietrich Wise, the power to compress. Jacob Martin, I was really impressed with that today also.
Yeah.
So really it's that, again, this kind of new age of pass rush, rushing his 4, collapsing that thing. You really felt it today.
And Logan, all offseason we've talked about this pass rush because it was going to look a lot different. We wondered where we would get that pressure. 7 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, and a lot of that had to do with the big man, Javon Kinlaw. When you saw him for the first time, you were blown away.
Yeah.
What does Javon Kinlaw add to this defense? Because we saw him playing inside. We saw him play defensive end. How important is it to have a guy that's so big and so versatile?
Well, to me, size doesn't really do it for me, right? I need to see that twitch and that explosiveness. And I think when you see him lay his hands on people and snatch the soul from their body, that's something different, right? That's power, that's explosiveness, that's a playmaking ability, right? We've all played with big guys, but to have that extra kind of explosive element, you see it all the time with him. And again, it gives you flexibility in the front, and to be able to move that big body around is really fantastic. So I don't know, man. Like he was as advertised today, and everyone talked about, oh, he's had a kind of tough start to his career. He's an ascending player with New York. He comes here and he's just continuing that ascension. And Adam Peters on the Grant Danny show mentioned, hey, man, like this is what we think. This is the first time he's had an offseason since being in the league because the COVID year, because of injury, and we're seeing the developmental arc. And I cannot wait to see what this guy becomes for this team.
In other words, performance matters.
I mean,
there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Logan, I see you giving your cousin show a little bit of love. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
Logan
cousin,
Paulson.
my cousin.
Your
Right.
cousin, Grant Paulson. Now, we talked a lot about Deron Payne as well, but Johnny Newton coming into year 2, we wanted to see him get a little more comfortable. He also got a tackle for loss in this game. What are you expecting to see more from Johnny Newton as he gets more comfortable? Missed a lot of time last year with an injury.
Yeah, I think the thing that was surprising kind of to me is, like you say, oh, man, like Deron played so well, Javon played so well, but there was a really pretty solid rotation of guys, almost like a hockey line rotation. And I think the ability for him to kind of maximize those reps, keep those other guys fresh. Even Goldman had some nice plays today, right? Guys that were really quiet in the preseason. So I think the fact we've got really 8 deep on the defensive line, guys are going to play significant minutes, I think is pretty cool.
And, fellas, a quick turnaround for us. We will be on the road in just a few days. And you know what? At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. This is the Nissan Road Ahead, and this is where we look at our next few games. We'll be on the road for Thursday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. Then we're back at the crib the following week to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Then we are back on the road in September to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Fellas, a quick turnaround for our guys. Great game today. However, time to turn the page. Business needs to get done out in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to look at this game. You got CJ. I mean, you got my man up there, the quarterback there.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is unbelievable. And now you have to worry about the guy that was in Dallas last year, Michael Parsons. You know what? It gets better and better and tougher, but I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, I think each week in the league, man, you can't expect nothing but the opponent's best. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I feel like what they have over there, man, every year you see McFleur having those guys in position to go out there and play in the postseason. So whether Love is talked about in that, or not, I think those receivers are well. They run the ball well. They defense fly around. You add a guy like Michael Parsons, it's going to be a tough matchup, but, I like us.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Nobody's betting against us. What a great way to start the season.
Yes.
Fellas, a win. We celebrated Mr. 8 to the 9, Santana Moss, our Ring of Fame honoree. Shout out to future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell. Shout out to Santana Moss. Shout out to the legend Logan Paulson. Shout out to the best fans in the NFL who turned up, showed and showed out as y'all always do. And a fun tradition we've had on Postgame Live after wins is hearing the locker room speech from our head coach, Dan Quinn. Let's take a listen, baby, and we'll see y'all Monday for Victory Monday. Let's go, baby! Yes, sir.
Hey, we called on it to be a line of scrimmage game, and it damn sure was. All right? And we said that's how it's got to go down. It's a good division win, man. We thought all the way at the end, all right, for a 4-minute drive, that's running, that's hitting, that's brotherhood, and it's winning time. All right, so sleep fast. Wednesday's tomorrow. Yeah.